Alright, welcome to another tutorial that I'm gonna show you about on how to use the editor. The first step I'm gonna show you actually is what to do when you mess it up. I'm gonna mess my editor on purpose, and I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, so let me just open up this, what I made in previous tutorial. So let's say you mess something up. For instance, you turn this off, you turn this off, and this off, and it's basically unusable. Right. So the first thing you're gonna do is just close this and locate your editor. For me, it's gonna be a thing here. Steam Maps, Common, SiriusXM Fusion. It's supposed to be any editor. It works for 4 and Fusion, HD, BFE, anything really. So content, no wait, user data. Yes, open it up and delete this folder. There, it's fresh now. So when you delete the folder, it will reset your history data and graphic settings data, which means you won't see recent files anymore, but you'll have to make some new ones or new memories for the editor to remind you of. Right. With that out of the way, I'm gonna go back to our tutorial that I made previously. Tutorial BFE, right? And I'm gonna show you on how to fix lightning issues when you start the level. So for instance, when you started out as empty as this, you're gonna have black sky and very bright colors. So the first thing you need to do is go to Entity List, Effects, and Post-Processing. Post-Processing effect is useful in a lot of games. It fixes most of the issues to color grading and everything. So press numpad 6. Hold on. Need my power toys. Keyboard manager. Enable. There we go. So press numpad 6, and this is how the world will look like. Press numpad 9. This is how the entities will look like. Right. So go to post-processing effect, choose entity here, make sure in world editor. Post-processing preset, we just want a new one, it doesn't matter. And right where it says EV min and EV max, put this to 0. Save it. Now when you start the level, in game, it won't have issues such as really bright colors. Or lightning, that is. For the next step, I'm going to show you on how to perhaps sample some of the models or how you can look for them manually. So the first step to looking them manually, you need to go to Entity List, collapse the effects, go to Geometry and Simple Model, drag it in, go to Entity, and right where it says Model Local, click on it and choose Browse. Since it's a 3 BFE level and we don't want players to have workshop requirements of first encounter, second encounter on your BFE title, you can go to Content, choose SiriusXM 3, and here's your search bar. And for instance, we can search for a pyramid. And as you see here, it found some of the models. It's still searching, but regardless, the worst case scenario you'll have to put in the workshop's items there's a requirement of having Jewel of the Nile and 3 BFE because it searches for both. Now, you may be wondering, how do you preview this? Hold F3, and there you go. Keep holding F3, and there you have it. Double click on it, and this is what we have.
Right, so we added a model, but that's not what we want. As well, if you can't search, if you're on a laptop and you're trying to search for, preview the model. So for instance, if I type pyramid and you're on a laptop, and F3 will most likely be your audio button. So all you have to do is hold function key, and then F3. Like that. So, and if it's still previewing, you just do the same. Press F3 again, and we'll stop previewing it. Okay, so this is the pyramid. Now to move it around, you hold Control, and if you want to scale it, hold Control Shift. Now you can either do this with arrow keys, Control Z to undo it, and if you want, you can Control Shift and then move your mouse away from the model, like here, here, or here. Just don't touch the arrow keys, and if you hold left mouse button at the same time, you can scale it like this. Press A to snap onto it while it's selected. And for instance, if you want to see its coordinates or values, you can press the Q button and it will open a guide. And here you can use the stretch values if you want, like so. Right. So I'm just gonna put it over here, something like this. Now, I'm gonna show you on how to configure your simulations. To do this, you press, I don't know, move your camera like here and then press Shift T or go to Simulation, Start from New, which also identifies with the button of Shift T. Okay? There we have it. Now by default, the simulation and the engine, if you did the user data reset, it will be set back to medium settings. So all you have to do is just press F10, and if you're on the laptop, you hold FN and function key, and F10. Go to options, performance, as you see here, set it to medium. I'm gonna set it all to ultra. You can choose graphic options as well to see if everything's right. Triple buffering is not needed for us. Right. You now successfully configured simulation settings. Press escape to get out of the simulation. Right. Now let's configure the difficulty. Go to configure, simulation configure, configurations, click on the plus, and right where it says simulations, press the plus here, simulation start parameters, plus here, and now we have single player and game options. So you can choose like serious if you want, you can mess around with these if you want, but if you're doing co-op, you then need to choose server. Hit OK. Allow access, and there you have it. You're now in the server. You also have a player model for a multiplayer campaign. So again, to revise some stuff, Control F, world info. Okay. Hit go to entity right here. And as you see here, we have all the options over here. And I think that's all I wanted to show you. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. I will get to it if I see the notification. If I don't, then I'm sorry about that. But that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show. You can now add models, mess around. And on the next one, I will show you how to mess around with the shaders. So right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.